guys, welcome back. New video. Um, this is by right side megalodon versus big anglerfish, which they are just calling it bloop. I don't think that's bloop. Whatever. If you're wondering why I'm watching or doing and so much megalodon stuff, I found out about a mockumentary, megalodon, great shark, a large monster shark lives. Yeah, I went into it. I went a lot into it, and I've gone too deep. I hate it. At this point, people are literally making videos that feel AI-ish. I don't know what's happening. What has happened to humanity?
Tonight, the biggest and fiercest shark in history will face the bloop, a mysterious creature from the ocean depths. The fight takes place far out at sea, so people are not in danger. But if Megalodon loses, the life of all mankind may be at risk. But first, let's get to know our opponents better. Megalodon was an ancient marine predator, a giant shark.
Bloop is cetaceans, right? They're a cetacean. It's a sound of the iceberg, and the iceberg sounds like the cetacean sound, but just into 1,000,000 times. So, I don't think, I don't know. I don't think a cetacean can destroy land. And also secondly, you want something whose mouth is around the size of 2 shimos, I think, to fight megalodon, which is like, what is it? I forgot the estimates. I think they're 45 feet at the maximum. Shimo will kill a megalodon, Godzilla will kill a megalodon, Kong will kill a megalodon. So you're saying something that's mouth itself is double the size of Shimo can't kill a megalodon, or will have any problem at killing a megalodon?
Feared by all aquatic life for millions of years. Megalodon had no competitors in the oceans. It was at the top of the food chain.
Yep.
Current sea inhabitants don't even realize how lucky they are because this monster went extinct about 3 million years ago. Although people can't know for sure if it's really gone. The ocean is only 5% explored.
Okay, they're definitely dead. They are extinct. They can't come back. You can't convince me that they're alive. 2 million years and we have not found a fossil of the megalodon. I just realized the title is "What if Megalodon and the bloop had to divide the ocean?" I just realized bright side war on it, and I can also see that it's Megalodon versus Mega Piranha. Okay, definitely Megalodon's winning there. You can't, if it's one Mega Piranha, yeah, it's Megalodon easy. And 5% of the ocean explored. I really want to say a curse word, but I promised myself as a New Year resolution never to, and also to say the word language whenever someone does. And this is something that really want me to break it, but I'm not gonna. I think about 25% has been explored, which isn't a lot, but most of the ocean's empty. We've completed the whole surface ocean. A lot of where the life is. Deep oceans, megalodon can't live. Give them baleen, they won't live. The water pressure will crush them. Okay? That unless they have vibranium bones, but with something, sharks don't even have bones, so you can't help them. They're dead. I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna say Megalodon's alive, even though if actually 5% of the ocean was explored, megalodon will still be dead. It's not a question.
It's possible that somewhere in the depths, megalodon still terrifies all the fish. And today, the colossal shark will fight against a worthy opponent, the bloop. Technically, that's just the name of the sound. The
Yeah.
sound that oceanographers recorded in 1997. The creature that made it could be called a sea monster, a kraken, a
What?
beast from the deep.
Isn't it a cetacean? I thought megalodon's gonna be fighting the big anglerfish thing. Is it not gonna be an anglerfish? Anglerfish don't make sound also. I think. I'm not a marine biologist. You don't take my word for everything I say. But I know a lot of oceanology, I guess. Marine biology. I'm not a marine biologist, but I know quite a lot, and I'm presumably saying that yeah, I don't think a kraken did that. I don't think anything can do that. I don't even remember what I just said. It's all I can see is a kraken, and that's all I can see in my eye. Like, squids don't make sound. Was that the point I was talking about? Because I think that's the point I was talking about. I don't know. I can't rewind the footage.
No one knows how it looks, but we can guess its size. This ultra-low frequency bloop was so powerful that it could be heard by special sensors
Wait, the
3,000 miles.
sound is bloop? No, it's not, is it? The bloop is an animal. It's not a sound. It sounds like a sound, but it's not a sound, right?
Away. If you were in New York, you could listen to the sound from Los Angeles. But the sound was deep underwater, where the audibility is actually much worse. A creature that can make such a sound could be dozens of times bigger than a blue whale, the largest animal living in the world.
If I'm sure, and correct me if it is wrong, my man will blow apart. There's a reason kaijus don't exist. You know, the force of gravity is something a bit powerful. I don't know whether the same gravity can go in the ocean. Like, I'm not quite sure, because there's buoyancy, there's all that stuff. I'm not a marine biologist. Don't take my word. If you want to, just Google it. I'm not going to Google it right now, because I just want to react.
The source of the sound is located near the most remote place on Earth, Point Nemo. It's located more than 1,000 miles off the coast of the 3 nearest islands. This place is one of the most poorly studied on our planet.
You know what, I'm just
Nemo
gonna
is
listen.
used by many companies as a
And
space
watch it.
garbage dump because of the long distance from land. Every year, satellites fall there. But the worst thing is that the coordinates of the fictional ancient city of Relay are near Point Nemo. That city was described in the books of author H.P. Lovecraft. Among the ruins of
What a
Relay,
name.
the monster Cthulhu lives. Yeah, it sounds nothing like it looks. Hey, neither do I. Hey,
What on earth? I know what Cthulhu is. It's that octopus-faced mad creature. I have no clue. So we started at the blue, we went to a kraken, and I think now we're in Cthulhu. Yep.
Cthulhu, buy a vowel, will ya? Man, it's like a cat walked across the keyboard, and there's your name. This is an entirely fictional creature, but many people think it could be the source of the bloop.
Really?
The chances of the megalodon winning are small, because Cthulhu is a
0. Isn't Cthulhu like kaiju size?
demigod.
Okay, he's a demigod. He's a demigod against fairly sized fish. Yep.
It's arms and legs, wings, and a head resembling a colossal octopus or clam with dozens of long tentacles. It's impossible to determine Cthulhu's size, but if you believe the records of writers and drawings, its size can reach up to 300 feet in height. The megalodon is 5 times smaller at about 60 feet, or slightly less than one subway car. Ooh, a nice lunch for a monster shark. The shark weighs about 100 tons, like 2 tanks. The weight of Cthulhu is also unknown, but we can say with confidence that it can easily lift 2 tanks with its hands. But Cthulhu...
Okay, you don't know its size, right? I mean, weight, right? So, we're just gonna say that it can lift 2 tanks.
Can change its size and shape at will. It can be anybody from the size of a human to the extent of a continent. Also, Cthulhu...
What the hell? You want a shark to fight a continent?
...can spawn any number of limbs, but let's not stray too far into fantasy. Otherwise, Megalodon won't stand...
It can make many limbs, and so basically he can just pick up the megalodon. I think his palm is going to be 10 times the size of a megalodon, considering what I just heard.
And a chance to win. Let's say Cthulhu has a constant size. So, in size, Megalodon loses to its opponent. Cthulhu
That makes sense.
is an ancient, wise being that is more than 1 million years old. It has secret knowledge and telepathy. Megalodon is primarily an animal that simply follows its instincts. One of the main advantages of any match is intelligence. So Cthulhu wins against the giant shark again. Lovecraft described Cthulhu sleeping for many millennia and waiting to awaken to start an apocalypse. Therefore, all people in the world are interested in a Megalodon victory. To support the shark, people send their ships to help. It's a bit unfair, but even now, Cthulhu wins. The monster can control people telepathically. It gives an order to every sailor's brain, and all the ships sail away from the battlefield. Oh, by the way, do you know which sea monsters prefer for lunch? Fish and ships. An oldie but a goodie. Meanwhile, as Cthulhu is distracted by the ships, Megalodon has a chance. There are 2 things in which the shark is superior to a demigod. The first is speed. Megalodon doesn't swim very fast, about 11 miles per hour. Athletes can run faster, but for giant Cthulhu, this is fast. Megalodon can maneuver around the...
One step, and Cthulhu moves 1,000 times more space as 10 minutes of a megalodon.
Green monster, and thanks to its smooth skin, slip out of the demigod's clutches. Megalodon swims behind Cthulhu and uses its second advantage, jaws. The bite of a megalodon is considered one of the strongest among all creatures that have ever existed on Earth. Its bite force can reach up to 20 tons, 6 times stronger than a Tyrannosaurus, 60 times more powerful than an African lion's bite, and 600 times more powerful than mine.
Wow, this is how weak we are.
Megalodon bites its prey armed with 300 teeth. Each one is razor sharp and the size of an adult's palm. Such a jaw becomes an advantage in the fight against the bloop.
Okay, it's called the bloop now. Okay, one bite won't do anything.
Megalodon's bite is enough to injure Cthulhu seriously.
No, it can't.
But of course, this isn't enough to defeat a demigod. Thanks to its speed, the Megalodon can inflict many attacks. But sooner or later, Cthulhu will manage to catch the shark. Cthulhu uses tentacles to grab...
Iceberg versus Megalodon is better than Cthulhu versus Megalodon. Literally. Is this made by AI? I think it is. It better be. Because if you're a human and you made this video, I have lost faith in humanity.
Its opponent, Megalodon, is trapped and can't move. The bloop is going to pull the shark out of the water. It seems that the green monster will win the fight. But several unknown objects are approaching the place of the fight.
Triangle.
Cthulhu is being attacked from all sides. The green monster is unique. It's one of a kind. But the Megalodon has offspring. Many sharks from all over the ocean swim to help their relatives. Now the sides are equal. Cthulhu again uses telepathy to summon people to help. Hundreds of ships sail to the fight location.
This is
It orders
stupid.
them to open fire on the enemies. Dozens of sharks quickly swim around Cthulhu. It's impossible to hit them and not injure the green monster. Cthulhu loses by its own mistake. It cancels the telepathic order and decides to deal with the shark squad alone.
You can just stomp the ground and the sharks will just be attacked by such high frequency waves. It's 10 times gonna be like 10 times like louder than a sperm whale, and it's gonna kill them.
Cthulhu uses its tentacles to catch each shark one by one.
Fishing hook.
But the sharks work great as a team. Once one shark is captured, the others bite the tentacle and help it escape. All Cthulhu attacks fail. It needs time to think of a new strategy, but where to retreat when there are a lot of enemies everywhere? To go back to the ancient city is to admit defeat. Cthulhu has an idea. It opens its wings and makes a single wave that, like a blast, throws all the sharks aside. The monster floats to the...
This is basically me against plankton. It's me versus plankton. Basically. But only thing I'm gonna win. I think Cthulhu will win. I mean, should win. But I don't think he's gonna. Just because of a human being known as Bright Side.
surface. Another wave and tsunami forms in the ocean. Cthulhu rises to the air. Black clouds accumulate, thunder rumbles, lightning strikes everywhere, and a down...
I just realized that we went from bloop to Kraken to Cthulhu.
War begins. Cthulhu is in the sky, directly over a group of megalodons. It has taken a short break, and now the green monster is ready for another attack. A shrill whistle sounds above Cthulhu. A satellite's falling, cutting through the storm clouds. Then another one. Cthulhu is not prepared for an attack of space debris. It dives into the water and retreats once more into the ruins of the ancient city. Megalodon wins with the last of its strength.
This doesn't make sense.
Fortunately, such a fight will never happen. Megalodon went extinct millions of years ago.
Thank God.
There is 1/100% chance that this shark species is still alive. This is excellent news for
100,000.
Megalodon fans, though. You can find a million-year-old tooth of this creature in places all over the world where people gather to hunt this artifact. Professionals and tourists sell found teeth for a lot of money or keep them as a souvenir. As for the bloop, you can play the recording on the internet and learn that this is not Cthulhu or some kind of sea monster. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, confirmed that the bloop is actually the sound of ice. When large icebergs crack and collapse, they
Yay.
generate powerful, ultra-low frequency sounds. There are many records of...
I don't want to go here.
The sound of ice.
Yeah.
When large icebergs crack and collapse, they generate powerful, ultra-low frequency sounds.
Yeah.
There are many records of famous ice earthquakes that had similar...
What is the comment section? Can I open the comments in like this? This way? Nope, I can't. Oh wait, I can. Alright, right here. If you could choose... Okay, right side, you're an idiot. I guess it is too bright. A bright of darkness. Okay. What? Are people believing this? Is anyone going to talk about this? Really? And you love it. Let me just put my own comment. So we went from Bloop versus Meg to Kraken, I think. That's how I spell it. Versus Meg to Cthulhu versus Meg. Seriously, I want to report you, but I'm not gonna, because you just did clickbait, not any harm, but we want. Okay, I don't. So you're free. Yay! Okay. And send. So this is what happened.
गुस्सा है आपका केस बैग से नहीं मुझसे पर होगा कुछ नहीं अब
African lions bite and 600 times more.
Okay, yep. So this is what happened fully. And to you, Mr. Brightside, my comment explains everything. So you really should stop. I don't know how old this video is. And so that's all.
Oh.
Thanks for watching Kill Cthulhu. And bye bye.